All right, so this next one is relationship health. So this is the health between you and the people around you. It could be your spouse, it could be your friends, it could be a family member. Humans are the most social creatures that we know of. Isolation is so profoundly unhealthy on humans. It's actually considered inhumane torture by the Geneva Convention. I mean, it is a big deal to have good relationships with people. Studies show that having poor relationships is at least as bad for you as smoking. I think it was 20 cigarettes a day or something like that. We know how bad cigarettes are. We'll have bad relationships in your life and it's like you're smoking a bunch of cigarettes. So this is a very big deal. So the thing that we advised here was that once a week, intentionally connect with someone. What does that mean? For me personally, I like to have a meal with somebody because we get to sit down, do something, and intentionally connect means that we're not distracted. I'm asking you how your day is, how's life been, what's going on. Let's connect and let's foster this relationship.
Yeah, and I think too that people can take this for granted in terms of you having dinners with your family, or you kind of going through the motions a lot, not having that intentional conversation that where you're both there present and really listening and communicating and connecting with that person at a deeper level. So it's not just like a surface, like we're kind of going through the routine of the week and getting check-ins here and there. This is more of like, okay, let's both set that as our guide and try to go a little further with it.
Well, to that point, I think that in my opinion, you have to remove yourself from your daily routine. Like and I know it's not my place to say that doesn't count as relationship building, whether that works for somebody or not. But I think for it to be really valuable, or what I've found is really valuable to me, is to Justin's point, is I have to, okay, we're going to leave the house, leave the normal routine, and we're either going to go to a dinner or go for a hike, or go do something that is different than our normal routine. And I also like to pair this with the day that I'm fasting from tech. So that it forces us.
It works perfectly.
Yes, because I already want
now you're not distracted.
Yeah, I already want to connect on a deeper level with this person. I want to make sure that I don't have any sort of distractions, and so we remove that. I also think that the person that you choose is important. I think that somebody you admire or respect, or that you can confide in, is important when trying to foster that. You could mistake this as a healthy thing by meeting up or hanging out with a toxic relationship, and this could have an adverse effect. You have that friend that
I'm glad you said that.
That dumps their shit on you all the time, and you're like, well, I'm taking the advice from Mind Pump guys, and I'm going out with this person, but all you do is you talk negatively about other people,
and they never listen to you,
right? Or you
taking all that in.
Yeah, you listen to their woes. It's like, no, this is somebody who you respect on a level to trust their advice and their opinions. They come from a place of love and want to see a better version of you. I think it's important that when you're working on this relationship health, that you're fostering relationships that are promoting growth and self-development in yourself. So be aware of which ones that you're trying to foster, and it's not just your drinking buddies.
A good litmus test is, and I've heard this many times from different people, a good litmus test is, does the person celebrate your successes with you, and do they mourn your failures with you? So if you bring a failure to somebody and they're like, oh man, like that really sucks, and you could tell that they feel for you, and when you succeed, you don't sense a little jealousy or competition, like they're genuinely happy for you, that's a good relationship you want to foster. But but back to your point, Adam, it's an intentional, like once a week, intentionally say, I'm going to connect with this person. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to connect other times, because that happens accidentally. Maybe you went for a walk after lunch with your friend, or you're at work and you caught in conversation at the water cooler. This just means once a week, make sure you have a time where you're intentionally trying to connect with this person that you value and that's important to you. And again, that makes a huge difference. By the way, I saw the benefits of this firsthand during the beginning of the pandemic. So when the pandemic first started, at the time, Jessica was pregnant. And so we didn't know much, and we were afraid, like, oh my God, we don't want to get sick and whatever. And I intentionally FaceTimed people, and I went through like literally like the Rolodex or whatever, like my aunt, my other aunt, my uncle, my grandmother, and we did it every single day. And it was amazing how positive it was and impactful to intentionally call these people. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Made a huge difference.